the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, or the Hare Krishna religion, which was founded by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Now Mayapur has become the world headquarters, or the alleged world headquarters of ISKCON, the Hare Krishna religion, and they claim to be the main representatives, or perhaps the sole representatives, of his teachings. However, if we analyze some of the statements made by preachers at Mayapur, they're now preaching on the internet. They have an upstream connection to the internet, and they're showing their classes there. And as soon as we look at some of their classes, we realize right away they are not teaching anything even resembling what the founder of ISKCON was teaching. What they're teaching instead is what B.B. Narayan Maharaj and Sridhar Maharaj and other people from the Gaudiya Matha are teaching. And this is not something that Prabhupada taught or wanted to have taught in his society. So first of all, what Prabhupada taught is that the guru must be a pure devotee, and he must be a resident of the spiritual world, and he must be an intimate servant of God. He's pure. And Prabhupada taught that it's a severe offense to say that the guru is falling down. In fact, when Nitai Das in 1976 said gurus fall down, gurus may be ordinary conditioned souls, Prabhupada was furious, and he kicked Nitai out of ISKCON. He said, we don't want this man in our temples, he's a poison snake, he's out. And any other time Prabhupada heard that this was being taught, that gurus are falling down, that gurus are having illicit sex, and so on and so forth, Prabhupada was, again, infuriated. He said, we want this out. This is not our teaching. This is forbidden. This is sahaja. This is deviation. This will lead us to hell. This will lead us to all kinds of problems within the society also. And so he gave the example of the Gaudiya Matha, how they promoted false gurus and conditioned souls as gurus, and this created a chaotic condition in the Gaudiya Matha. But in 1978, the leaders of ISKCON, including the leaders of Mayapur ISKCON, they all went over to Sridhar Maharaj and declared that he's their new authority. And why did they go there? Because Sridhar Maharaj says gurus go mad. Gurus go mad after money, woman, and followers. And of course, when they go mad after these things, they may have people beaten and assassinated, which is what happened with Sridhar's false gurus. He made a bunch of madmen into gurus. People protested, and they were beaten and killed after 1936 in India. So Sridhar Maharaj's idea is that the guru is some madman who might be orchestrating murders and beatings and so on and so forth, and there's no problem with that. He said that's not really a problem. And later on, B.B. Narayan Maharaj wrote a Guru Tattva book, and in that book he cites another Gaudiya Matha person saying there was nothing wrong with the 1936 guru who was having people beaten and killed. This guru was also a homosexual. There's nothing wrong with this. So right away we see this was not what Prabhupada was teaching. Prabhupada says the guru is a resident of the spiritual world, and these people are saying, no, the guru is a madman, he's a deviant, he's a homosexual, he's having people beaten, he's having people murdered. There's no problem with that. What's the problem? And so now in Mayapur they're also preaching. I've listened to their classes, and they're saying the guru becomes hopelessly entangled in sense gratification. So the guru is a resident of the spiritual world, and he becomes hopelessly entangled in sense gratification. In other words, the guru is more degraded than the ordinary man on the street. The man on the street is not sitting around taking pills all day long, getting massaged by young boys all day long, shooting guns all day long, like some of these gurus are doing. So he's more degraded than the ordinary man. And once again, this is exactly the philosophy of B.V. Narayan Maharaj. Narayan Maharaj, he's finally admitting that the gurus he promoted after 1978 were not even advanced as monkeys. He's now saying they're yavanas, they're malechas, they're not even monkeys. They're gurus, but they're not even advanced as monkeys. So notice what's happening here. They're saying that very degraded behavior, debauched behavior, monkey behavior, madman behavior, this is the behavior of the Messiah. The Messiah is coming from the spiritual world, And he's a madman, and he's a fool, and he's not even a monkey. He's not even advanced as a dog. So this is now being preached openly and actively in ISKCON of Mayapur. That means they have joined Narayan Maharaj. Narayan Maharaj has been preaching all along that his gurus that he was promoting after 1978 are monkeys or not even monkeys. And now in Mayapur they're saying our gurus are hopelessly entangled in sense gratification and they're having all kinds of mundane problems. In other words, the two camps have united totally with their philosophy. They've united with Sridhar. Sridhar Maharaj says the Guru is a madman, and they've united with Narayan Maharaj. The Guru is not even a monkey, and this is what's being taught, but this has nothing to do with anything that Prabhupada taught. What's more amazing is they have gurus like Indradyumna Swami. He goes around saying he's absorbing sins. Jesus is absorbing sins, and Indradyumna is absorbing sins. So he's saying he's Jesus. He's like Jesus. So the Guru is like Jesus, but he's not even as advanced as a monkey. How does all this fit together? Is Jesus a monkey? Is Jesus less than a monkey? What are they trying to tell us here? And so Indradyumna is another guy who has people go out and buy medicines for his headaches, like Satsvarup does, and so on and so forth. And one of the reasons they claim that most of their gurus have fallen down is that they have absorbed too many sins. Well, if you're Jesus and you're absorbing sins, how can you be absorbing so many sins that you fall down and start having sex with men, women, and children? Is that what Jesus would do? No, that means these people were never on the level of Jesus. So in other words, they're just artificially giving titles to people, Guru, Messiah, Acharya, pure devotee, Vishnupad, etc. Meanwhile, they know all along, wait, they're just monkeys. They're monkeys. So they know they're monkeys on the one hand, and they're giving them these big gigantic titles on the other hand. So ISKCON Mayapur has officially joined up with all of these people. Another ISKCON guru named Bhakti Vikas Swami was lecturing recently that the leaders of ISKCON fall down and we should be merciful to them because Bhagavad Gita 9:30 says you should be merciful when a devotee falls down into some abominable activity. Wait a minute. Yes, a regular layman might fall down into abominable activity. The church might let the drunk back into the church over and over again when he goes out and gets drunk. But the drunk is not the Messiah. The drunk is not Jesus. The drunk should be given some mercy, yeah, but he's not the Messiah. So they're saying the Messiah should be given mercy when the Messiah is out getting drunk. Wait a minute. How is the Messiah getting drunk in the first place? So they're applying the verses that apply only to the neophyte person. The village drunk person should be given mercy, and they think that this applies also to the Messiah. The Messiah also should be given mercy when he's falling down. So again, they're mixing up the Messiah and the fallen person all the time. This is going on constantly. But we're not surprised because Bhakti Vikas was seen recently hugging Jayapataka, the father of the child molester Messiah project. So they're all in cahoots together. They've been promoting child molesters as messiahs and deviants as messiahs and drunkards as messiahs and everything else as messiahs. And now Bhagavad Gita says we should be merciful and overlook that and not even worry about it because Krishna wants us to overlook the faults of the messiahs. What? No, wait a minute. That is not what Krishna is saying. Krishna is not saying we should overlook the faults of the messiahs. Krishna says the Messiah is as pure as me. He doesn't say the village drunk is also a Messiah. So again, this shows how Mayapur and Narayan Maharaj and ISKCON and everything, they're all joining together in one big camp now. The Acharya is a dumb monkey, and that's all he is. The residents of the spiritual world, the great messiahs, they're just monkeys, they're drunkards, they're debauchees, and that's really what it comes down to, and that's what they're preaching, and that is what Narayan Maharaj and Sridhar Maharaj and all of them have been preaching all along since 1936. They've joined forces.